Welcome to Tuesday, October 12, 2021. Well, folks, it's going to be getting western here real soon. It already is in some areas. The storm is coming together, and everything is really coming together about as we expected. No real surprises overnight. The livestock, hunter concerns, and travel concerns continue. Central, northern Wyoming, southern and southeast Montana, and western South Dakota, the hardest hit. These are the same areas we highlighted yesterday. That's the bullseye of the storm, but there will be impacts for everybody. If you don't get the snow, you're going to get the wind. If you get the snow, you're also going to get the wind. Some of you might just get rain. Some of you might get some thunderstorms. Lots of wind later today and tonight. Overnight tonight and early Wednesday, a high wind event for southeastern Wyoming, northern Colorado, and western areas of Nebraska. The Colorado Front Range, as we said yesterday, is essentially going to miss the storm due to a downsloping wind, but there'll be plenty of wind in that area as well. Now, we have a small system trailing the main storm that's going to come in late Wednesday night and Thursday. That's going to produce a little bit of mountain snow and a little bit of weather before high pressure builds in, and we continue to see a big improvement in the weather by the weekend. Not real warm, but improving weather conditions. Well, we're still getting some photos in as folks have gotten a few more pictures in before this storm. Beautiful shot there of the Turtle Rock area in Vidavoo with the changing fall colors there. And then a picture out of Cheyenne with some nice fall colors in the background. Right here, this is Tex. Tex the dog, and I will tell you from experience, Tex is a good boy. Tex enjoying a really nice day out on the deck and enjoying the fall colors. Now let's get back to the weather. The storm system is showing up right here in south central areas of Utah. And you can see the cloudiness and the precipitation building out ahead of it. Right here, we have another low up in the Gulf of Alaska that's building a ridge that's helping to drive the jet stream and that momentum and carving out the trough here in the western United States. But you can really see the definition of the storm a lot better by looking at the water vapor image. So there's the upper level low that's going to track like this and then intensify rapidly in this area by tomorrow morning. So you can see the upper level charts doing a good job. The models have actually handled this storm pretty well. That's not always the case, but sometimes things do come together where even the modeling is somewhat reliable. And from this situation, this is exactly what we're going to see. By tomorrow morning, the low quickly goes from this area here all the way up into the northern areas of the panhandle of Nebraska by tomorrow morning. Upslope winds get driven into central northern Wyoming, southern Montana, downsloping winds along the Colorado Front Range. When air goes downhill, when air sinks coming off the mountains, it gets drier and warmer, and that basically extinguishes the threat of rain or snow, while the opposite happens when air gets pushed upslope against the divide. That causes the rain, the snow, and the clouds to form here, while you get the downsloping event here. When you look at the precipitation amounts over the next 90 hours, really impressive. Look at the Black Hills. We're talking between 3 to 4 inches of water equivalent and 2 inches or more of water equivalent in the northeastern counties of Wyoming. A swath of heavier moisture along the northern end of the Laramie Range Mountains, including the Casper area to near the Douglas area, then along the Pine Ridge of Nebraska and Wyoming. If you may notice, you see this little area where the precipitation is lighter. This is because of that downslope effect off the Black Hills. So a lot of times on the other side of the Black Hills, on a northeast wind, you get a little bit of a precipitation hole where precipitation is not as heavy because of that downsloping effect. Although even in that downsloping area, impressive moisture showing there. The downslope also showing on the other side of the Wind River Mountains. So southwestern Wyoming not going to be getting as much moisture out of this. And then you can also see along the Front Range and Eastern Plains, there's going to be some showers and thunderstorms, but not as much. Snowfall amounts are going to be really, really impressive. I think it's this north central, northeastern areas of Wyoming, and boy, look at the Black Hills. I mean, that's showing 34 inches. I don't know if it's going to be that much in the high Black Hills, but certainly I think 2 feet of snow is a really good possibility. And you can see the heavier snow getting into the southern mountains of Wyoming and northern Colorado, the Bighorns, the Wind Rivers. The storm system has got a lot going for it in terms of cold air, moisture, and organization. As we have been showing you over the last few days, anywhere you see this darker shade of green, wind is going to be a problem. We had 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts in Rock Springs this morning, as those northeast winds going through the Continental Divide is like putting your thumb on a garden hose. But this storm, as it intensifies, will produce some really, really strong winds from the Estes Park area up to the I-80 corridor, southern Wyoming. And look at these wind gusts in portions of Nebraska. And one thing I didn't mention earlier, there's going to be some severe thunderstorms developing today in this area here. There could be tornadoes, hail, heavy rain, strong winds. We've got everything but the kitchen sink coming with this one. Temperatures relative to normal. These are temperatures by tomorrow afternoon. There's a large part of the western United States that's 10, 20, 25 degrees below average, with temperatures even into California, even into Mexico and Arizona. The colder air with this storm is going to spill on in. Here's the trailing system for Thursday morning. See this little wave right here? Here's the storm that we're dealing with today. By Thursday morning, it's going to be all the way up into Canada, headed towards Hudson Bay. This little wave coming in behind it will reinforce the cold air, keep us chilly, and it's also going to produce a little bit of moisture. So there could be some showers with this system on the plains, nothing really heavy. But it's the big storm, then it's a little one, and this little one may produce a little bit of snow in the mountains and some of the plains as it comes on through. But after that system goes by, we are looking at high pressure building on in, and we are looking at some really nice weather conditions for the weekend with high pressure. Now, it's not going to be real warm. However, the weather will be improving. You'll notice improving for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in to the Day Weather Podcast. We'll see where we are at this time tomorrow. Should be interesting. Have yourself a great Tuesday.